Hey guys, welcome back. Well, we're in the shop this morning. It's only -10 outside today, so figure I'd get a start on this oven again here. Let's do a little bit of progress on this today. See where we get. I just got the wood stove fired up here. Get some heat going in here. I usually run my the Diesel Herb and Nelson here for about half an hour or so. It takes the frost off a lot of stuff in here and gets it started so it's manageable. And then I usually light the fire up and then shut that down. So let's continue on here. Well, I'm just getting set up here. I got the welder rigged up. The plan here now is I got my stovepipe rings. These are 6-inch inside diameter. So you can see these plates I'm using here to sheet in is only going to be 6 inches wide, some of them. So they just barely fit on here. But the idea was to cut on the inside and have a little bit of a surface area here for the stovepipe when it goes in, because it's a 6-inch inside diameter and the stovepipe's actually 6-inch outside diameter, so it fits in here nice and snug. So I'm going to try to leave a 1/4 inch or even a 1/2 inch lip all the way around the inside of this for that pipe to sit on. So for the weight bearing, the weight of this, I'm going to put a piece of flat bar underneath this piece here, so it's going to be resting on this just for weight support on the bottom of the stove. And then so all the weights is going to be sitting on top of that cross member inside the pipe, and then the smoke can still get divided on either side and go up and around. This is just going to be a whole new design here, a little bit bigger and a little more technical, I guess. So yeah, I'll draw out my line on here for where I want to put my stovepipe, and then I'm going to double them up and I'll clamp these two pieces together and I'll cut them out together so that way they're exact. And then we'll start tacking everything on here and see if we can get the octagon shape or something, see how it's all going to fit together. So yeah, we'll just prep up. I got to prep up some of this stuff here, get rid of some edges and stuff like that. But other than that, we're ready to go. So I got my bottom and my top here. Got them labeled, so I got them, don't get them mixed up. So they have them fit in nice fits where they're supposed to be. I get a clamp. I want these to be the same because it's going to determine where the pipe comes in and where it comes out on the top. If I'm off, it's going to be, it's going to be crooked. I'll have to move my stove or something different to make them line up. So the closer you get them to center, the better. That on there. Something like that. Now I gotta try to cut that out with a zip cut again. Actually, I might drill a few holes in here and use my jigsaw. Probably gonna be easier, cleaner. jigger out now. Woo! That's gonna take a while, but it's working good. You don't need to see all this. It's gonna take a while. Well, that was about 20 minutes, and I had to change my blade once. But we got a not bad cut, I guess. Cut 1/4 inch here, 2/8 put together, so not too bad. I'll clean those up with the die grinder, and I'm gonna clean up my mess here before I get this stuff in my socks and end up in my bed. So in this part here, I just want to find the center of my bottom plates. So I got 13 inches across, so we'll go 6.5. Make a mark there. Six and a half. That's going to be the center of my top and bottom plate, so I know my stovepipe's going to be where it needs to be when I'm all done. I'll just measure and mark center on these as well, and then I'll just line up the dots and then tack everything, and we'll just see where we end up. So what I mentioned before about having a support underneath the bottom plate just to handle the weight with the stovepipe and everything, so it kind of spreads the weight a little bit since we're so thin here and this is going to get hot. It's pretty thick, but just for security, I was digging through my scrap pile and I found this 1-inch piece here, 1/4 inch thick, which will be perfect. I'm just going to cut a chunk so it goes across the base plate, and then that'll rest on top the stainless steel piece there as support, and then the smoke can still go all the way around this here with no issues. Just for the bottom plate though, just for the weight, where the weight's going to be sitting. And this one here, I might actually, in my shack I have a single wall pipe. I might actually go to a double wall pipe just for extra support. So I'm going to cut that piece off here, and then we'll get the welder going, and I'll just tack it in here. So I measured off my 6 inches I need there. Change this off. The welder going now. See what kind of mess we can make here. So I got the welder set up there. We're gonna tack this on here. So the idea of this brace in here is going to sit in here like this, and that's going to be support on the actual oven itself. on the bottom, so all this weight of this is going to be sitting across here and not all on the pipe. So there'll be some distribution on the pipe, but most of it will be on here anyway. So it's not going to warp, cave in or anything like that and crack my welds and stuff. So that's my theory anyway. I got my first piece set into place here. It's on the center mark that I made it last time we measured it out. I'm just going to tack, everything's just going to be tacked on for now, because stuff might change once we get going here, and I find that these pieces I got cut aren't going to match up to what we need, so we'll just tack everything on here for now. Well, I'm just starting to tack this one side on here now, my first section. And let me tell you, this is going to be my best friend today. There, the first piece in. This one's going to need a little bit of grinding here to get her to fit a little bit better. These sides are kind of pulled a bit from when I welded the big stainless steel pipe in, so everything's pulled a little bit. So I'll be grinding, just grinding these faces down a little bit just to make everything fit nice and snug, and then just tacking it in. Second one's ready to go here. See where we're at there now. Getting there. Oh, we're getting closer here. Just do a quick tacky tack here. Section 2. There, we'll prep the next one. It's still not too bad yet for weight. Got next piece ready to go in. Boy, it's starting to look like something now. Two pieces left to put on, and then lots of welding. Last piece, and this thing, believe it or not, it worked out exactly the way I wanted it to. The last two pieces fit on there perfectly on top. We just got to seal that up, and then start buzzing it all back together here now, seal it up. Well, there she is, guys. Here's the top. There's the bottom with the support bracket for the weight of this thing, so it's not all loaded on the pipe. Now we just got to buzz it up, seal it all up. And then before I weld these on, I want to drill holes. Usually drill about three holes or so, usually on the fronts, just so you can get at it with a drill to secure your you secure your pipe to it. But those will weld on like that. All right, well, I'm going to buzz this up. Good. Only two sides left to do. Last side right here, I think we're done. This part. Well, that's going to be the end of this part 2. Part 3, we're going to, I guess we'll knock off these corners and make it all like an octagon. And then we'll make the door. And then we'll drill holes and weld on the flanges for the stovepipe. And maybe we'll throw some paint on and make it look pretty. We'll see. Thanks for watching, guys.